The first claim that is made throughout the documentary is the amazing ability and skills that each animal individually has in order to create something special in nature. The how is how the documentarian supports this claim, which is by showing the audience very colorful images that keep them engaged throughout the documentary, and by showing us clips of the work that each of the animals do on our beautiful planet. The why, it is important for us to understand. It is because we need to help these animals survive, and we are called to be stewards of nature, which means we are responsible for taking care of these animals and for our beautiful planet Earth. The second claim that is made throughout the documentary is that animals are going extinct. The what is an example of pathos, which is a sense of emotional appeal to the audience. It is telling us that as human beings, we need to protect our ecosystems, and it is our responsibility to help these animals stay alive. The logos, or the logical appeal, is the evidence that they give. The documentarian gives us alarming statistics of the animals that are constantly in danger of extinction. The way that the documentarian supports his claim, which is the how, is by making his audience feel empathy for the animals, and by showing us what happens to the animals during a forest fire. The why, or the importance to us to understand this claim, it is because we need to know the effect that the animals are going to have if they become extinct in our world. It may not seem like animals do much, but they help us survive, and they are necessary in order to keep our planet Earth going.
One of the claims brought up in the documentary has to do with how some animals actually work in compatibility with one another. For this example, the jay uses the chemicals that an ant sprays from its abdomen as a sort of protection for itself. The chemicals get rid of parasites that can be harmful to the jay. This shows how working together of animals does not seem to be as simple as just a food chain where one eats another for only the benefit of one, but rather much more intricate ways animals help each other.
European hamsters are one of the multiple types of rodents who use burrowing as a way to build their homes. Not only do they use this method because they're only land animals, but also because they are capable of escaping larger animals who may be on the lookout for prey. It is tough for the animal to be able to survive when building its burrow due to open conditions leaves it vulnerable for predators. But once that burrow is made, then the European hamster is able to escape all the predators if they get to their burrow in time.
The last claim that was made was that animals are amazing architects. They can make houses out of almost anything. The documentarian supports this claim by giving us examples of animals that are amazing builders in our ecosystem. But the king of all animal builders has to be the beaver. The beaver gathers sticks and mud in order to construct dams, which create ponds and also offer predator protection and very easy access for food in the winter. Just by building a pond, they can support a whole new ecosystem, from mosquitoes to moose. It is important to understand this claim because these animals help the planet Earth just by building homes and help other animals find homes in the process of making their own home as well. PATTR stands for purpose, audience, tone, theme, and rhetorical devices. The purpose of the documentary is to inform us more about the life and dangers that animals in our ecosystems live. The audience that this was intended for was all of us. We are all the audience that needs to hear this, because it is up to us to make a positive change in the lives of all these animals and in our planet Earth. The tone that was used by the documentarian was making use of colorful visuals in order to keep us engaged. The language that the documentarian used was formal, yet easy to understand and very informative. The theme throughout the documentary was what the animals do for our ecosystem. The goal is to make the audience want to appreciate and to care for these animals. They overemphasized the skills that each animal had and the effect that it had on the planet Earth. The rhetorical devices that were used in order to persuade the audience to agree with the documentarian were amplification, epithet, and exemplum. Amplification is the repeating or the repetition of something just stated, while adding more detail and information to the original description. Epithet is the attaching of a descriptive adjective to a noun to make characteristics more prominent, especially to evoke an idea or an emotion. An exemplum provides the reader with an example to explain the point.